Let me just slide tonight. You know you wanna turn up. I can make you feel right all night.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tia here. If you're new, please like and subscribe. But for today's video, I'm going to be reading some of people's first experiences with racism. First one is I discovered racism when my mom took me out of ballet class because no one would hold my hand and the teacher ignored me. So yeah, I relate to that because I did go to white schools my whole life and stuff, and weird how it stands out to you. As a child, you're taught to love everybody. Well, at least I was, and then certain things happen to where it's no one wants to work with you in a group, no one wants you to be their partner. So that is insane to me, how even the teacher becomes a part of it. I learned what white privilege was when I got caught shoplifting with a person of color, and their charge was worse than mine, even though I had 3 previous charges. So this person is obviously white. They're acknowledging their privilege because they're saying they were charged multiple times before, yet somebody else is their first offense, yet they could be charged 10 times worse just because they're a minority. And even to this day, it's crazy how the justice system still is like that, how women get lesser charges for the same crimes, or lesser charges because they're white. And I don't know, it's interesting how nothing has really changed for real. I was 7 and being called a monkey and some white lady thinking my brother was my son. What? That's kind of weird because it's that's the kind of thing how white people would be thinking all of us are related. And that reminds me of this experience that I had when I was in college, how I had braids in college. That's what a lot of black girls do because you don't go home for months at a time or whatever. So I had braids at my PWI, and of course everyone liked them. They would always compliment me on my hair and stuff. So the roommates I had were pretty much diverse, which I was grateful for, because one girl was white / Cuban, the other girl was Asian, the other girl was black, and then me, I'm black. So the Asian girl, I didn't really get along with her, but there's one time where she was oh my gosh, I saw you on campus today. And I'm what do you mean? I didn't have any classes today. And she was no, I definitely saw you at the library. And I'm girl, that wasn't me. And she was but she had braids and she dressed like you, and I could have sworn I've seen you wear that shirt before. So clearly it was another black girl with braids, and I don't know if she was just trying to be mean to me, she knew it wasn't me and just trying to those little racist tendencies in there, or if she genuinely thought it was me just because the girl had braids. But that's when I was dang, just because someone has the same hairstyle doesn't mean we're the same person. God damn. I was told that I can't speak Spanish because it's America, and being called a Mexican despite being a different type of Hispanic, bro, this is the thing that I hate about certain people. They categorize everyone into one category because obviously within being Asian there's different kinds of Asians, and then being Hispanic there's different types of Hispanics and everything, and even being black there's all the African descents and stuff. So it's interesting how some uncultured people are oh yeah, you're definitely Mexican. They group everybody into one category. And then even the thing about speaking Spanish in America when the majority speaks English, it's at that point I don't get how that's an insult. They're oh my gosh, speak English, we're in America. But why don't you go educate yourself and learn another language besides English? You would think that would be the smartest decision to do. Dang, all these people coming in speaking another language, let me educate myself and learn that language. But yeah, they failed to do that. I live in a very white suburban neighborhood. That's relatable. And one of my elementary school friends said she thought I lived in a zoo because I looked like a monkey. That's kind of insane because I know kids, they aren't educated on that stuff, and they have no idea about racism. But it's crazy the things that they say, they'll be so honest and everything. But I feel some of it is deeply rooted by how their parents raised them as well, because obviously racism is taught in general, and they could only they only hear these things, they hear them and see them, and then they end up repeating them to people. But it's funny how they be calling us monkeys, yet when you look up actual chimps and everything, they look more like white people. So that's interesting. Literally, I learned about racism by coming home with a black eye in preschool, and the teacher didn't want to explain how it happened. What? So I wonder if this I guess this was like obviously a black kid, they got like beat up and stuff, and like teacher didn't want to explain that it happened from like some kids being racist or whatever. But like, dang, like I said, like it's insane how the teachers, you would think the teachers would know better. You're literally raising a whole generation of kids, yet you don't want to like explain racism or like punish kids for being racist. Like, what the hell? My experience was being told to speak English, and they said that I was too poor and dark to be an Asian because they're like black and Asian, and they told me I wouldn't succeed in life. Damn. Like I said, I still don't understand the speak English thing. Like, educate yourself. Too poor and dark to be Asian. Yeah, because like even like the Asian community, they be having like colorism struggles too, because even they don't like dark Asians over there. That's why everybody over there be trying to like lighten their skin and stuff. But I'm like, dang, like why is success based on a skin color, bro? Like there's tons of successful dark skinned people in the world. Like you're not just gonna be successful based on what color your skin is, bro. I'm Indian, but when I was in kindergarten, a white mom spat at my sister and told us if we ever went near her daughter, she would find us. So why is this mom spitting at kids is what I want to know, first of all. But like I said, like she was Indian. And like why are white people so ignorant, bro? Like you're literally teaching your daughter racism. Like you're teaching her to spit at like minorities, but you could like just teach her to get along with her. I don't. Time in second grade when a boy in my class told me that he hated African Americans. Isn't second grade like the grade that you learn about like slavery? Like I said, it's literally learned behavior. Kids don't just be saying this for no reason. It's literally learned. Two girls in my preschool telling me they didn't want to share the toys with me because I was black. Yeah, like I definitely relate to this, like I said, from my childhood, like the sharing, the partner stuff, thinking like, oh, like just because I don't look like them, they don't want to like share their stuff with me. That's insane. Okay, and the last one is when I brought Indian food to school, that's when I knew I was different because people were complaining about the smell, and then they started attacking me about the hair on my arms or in my nose. Damn. So yeah, it being Indian, I heard that's like a struggle too, obviously, like, you know, just like everything that's been going on in the world. But like I've seen like white kids, even when I was in school, they would make fun of people bringing like curry and stuff because obviously like different seasonings and spices, they're gonna smell different than what white people are used to because you know they don't season their food. So it's like the stuff would like smell, but me, I would never be like, ew, what's that smell? Like, what are you eating? Like, I was never like that. I was like, oh dang, like they got something new. Like, I wish I could try that, you know? Like, I would always be the type of person to be like, oh dang, like what are you eating today? Like, you know, I'm not gonna like bash somebody over some food they're trying to eat. And then obviously like if they're Indian, like Indians are more like hairy, they got more like arm hair, like body hair in general, like you see them with the beards and everything. But it's like bullied over arm hair is insane to me because even now people don't realize that everyone has body hair, like women do, men do, like everybody does. But when someone is like overly hairy, that's just genetics, bro. There's no reason to be bullying people for that. That was the last one, and like I said, it's insane that we as kids have to go through these things and find stuff out for ourselves because obviously like, you know, our parents might tell us, be like, oh, like some kids might not like you, but it's like it's sad that you even have to tell your kids that or like bring up the topic about racism, like, oh, you might be bullied or you might be looked at differently, but keep your head up high, you know, like it happens, but like it shouldn't be happening, especially at that much of a young age. But yeah, that's like the main reason why racism won't end, because it's literally taught in like behavior, and like people don't want to like educate themselves with like what's going on in the world. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.